I was an Ahmed senator. I promise you that brother go and lay down to sleep. They should talk. It's all ready for you. As you can see, the past election, you overwhelmingly won District 12. Go and check the record.
The record are there. And your people still waiting for
brother, if you who don't want to see our senator, we will still encourage you for you to see our senator. Yes. So we encourage everyone here, whether you are not for us, we will still come to you and encourage you to be for us. You are not going to be for Honorable Dillon, but you are going to be for the entire country. No one is sleeping. We are doing this for our children and our unborn children, our no one will put fear in us for us to stay behind. You will be in the day and night. No one will put fear in us. They try all the fear tactics here these few days because we are there talking to people for us to welcome our honorable men here. So I tell you, thank you for coming. And I tell the audience that here, please, let us go from door to door when they open campaign. And whether we on here, we are not campaigning. We are carrying on awareness. And when you carry on awareness, the person that you want to vote for next during the election, you will have to see the person. This is why we invited him for him to come here so you can see. So please, you people, our children, our father, our mother, here are our honorable. Let us go in the swamp. Whether in the water, we ready to go in the swamp, in the water, whatsoever. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, you know, since we come here today, members of the blind community have been saying, no, we got to see the light. We got to speak with the light today. So if you please create a space in the program so that we can talk. So at this point in time, we call on Mr. Wilfred Jiwan, who happens to be the president of the Blind Association
Today, I want to be grateful to God for giving me the opportunity to stand before Mr. Dillon. Yeah. Even as blind people, we are not seeing the light, but we are feeling the light. And the impact of the light is in our family and is among our children.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And look, Mr. Dillon, let me reveal this to you. Let me reveal this to you openly. Few months ago, it was just in, not few weeks ago, because it was in September. I was in office when I came by. My guys told me, oh, we received a form from T5 camp. And they said the form, we will fill it in, we will put our ID card, our voting card, series number on it. And there'll be an open secret. They said we should put our series number on it. In fact, as we go for the program, they'll get each organization $110,000 Liberian dollars. And when I calculate $110,000 at that time, $550 United States dollars in US. So the organizer for Group of 77 called me. He said, "Mama, you ready?" They come in Sunday night program. I said, "Gentlemen," I said, "Mama, you know what I will tell you? T5 been represented for 18 years. Yeah. Not a day he ever visited my institution. Not a day I ever encountered him as an individual." So, I'm going to be very much emphatic. I will speak emphatically that, hey, please, I want the honorable to hear me. I'm going to be very emphatic. If anybody leave my institution and go there, they are going as an individual. But if you carry the United Blind name before you return your letter of suspension, will be waiting for you. I am blind, but I'm educated. I know if you gave your serial number before the voting day, when you go vote that day, your vote will be in vain. I don't want anybody to say the blind people vote and invalid vote. And when we are trained, that's why we are trained. Most precise. When the government came to visit all the brought 8 bags of rice for more than 200 persons. And we rejected that food. Even though there was no food for the children to eat, we asked them to leave. And we told them if independent journalists don't come, we're not allowed the truck to leave. We continued that truck for more than 4 hours. They told us about ERBC. I was saying no, ERBC in the government pocket. Until Spoon FM came. Fabric Radio came. That's the only time the truck was released. And in a drink of an eye, Honorable Daryl came. And that day he left with all 10 bags of red with 14 hours. And with the man's own ingenuity and influence, the man visited us again. I don't want to say why he tell us, but Mr. Daryl, as I conclude conclusively. As the light of the legislature, I want to tell you, from the onset of this government, before this government came to be, for early government, we are receiving $10,000 United States dollars every quarter, every semester for our schools. So we are receiving $20,000 per year. But from the day Joria took over January 2018, that money cut off. They say the people blind, they can't bring money to the body. How do we take money out of the body? That's the argument. And you go all around the world, Mr. Taylor, you know what they call social corporate responsibility. You know it. You know it. So for that day, they decided I will not get all money. So what I'm telling you, I got more than 250 points already under my jurisdiction. And has agreed. And with my own ingenuity, those people are going to put ballot into work. And will ensure that you go back in the house. What I'm going to tell you, as you go there, let the disabled schools, all disabled schools be recaptured in the national budget. As we speak, the school have nothing. Currently, don't come out, the children are dead. Nothing. If you don't come here, we don't do our own lobbying, the children will starve for a day or two. And we are all human beings, we are part of society. Mr. Dillon, I wish you success in your own soldier. With everything they are doing to rig the election, don't say you are blind so you can see what happened. We see what's going on. We are with you in the fight. They will be surprised when we're going to go. All of us will be blind people will be rolling on the ground to ensure that the truth is done in Liberia. Democratically, we all must go to success. Thank you very much. God bless you. Long life.
You know that people can see, but they can see, and they can talk, and they can hear. So at this point in time, we'll call on man Ellen Davis, who will speak on behalf of the community. Ellen Davis.
Women don't take that. Do something positive for the Guinea. Alright, Mr. Honorable. are here today, women of True Patriot. We have decided to pledge our vote to you in the special number 2. We are not voting you because of ourselves. Because today we are struggling with our children. We cannot even afford to send our children to school. We are doing first day of this. But this time around, as we did before, come December 8, December 8, we will vote you. True Patriot women will vote you. So we ask that as we vote you, you remain with us. And you see our interest in Jesus' name. We will do that. Women, talk to your children. Our children is our promise. When we have the mind to do it, they will say different things. And they will go and do the wrong things. Then when the punishment comes, they say, Mama, Papa. But we say, with God above, all things are possible. With our prayers, we will vote for you, Mr. Tino. This time around, we know you have already started the truth. You have already started unveiling some things to us. For this reason, we have pledged our allegiance to vote for you. And as we vote for you, with God be our help, you will bring good news to us. In Jesus' name.
Thank you. Okay, now we'll take a special remark from the elder council who will be represented here by Mr. Sam Colley.
Samuel Colley.
Hello. Honorable General, the law is with you. Before we see the other council got together to run your campaign or election, your campaign open. I repeat, before we will send for you, the elder council sat one place and decided to run your campaign when campaign open. So, Honorable Dylan, you will go no matter what happens. Even if someone not with you, as they enter into the pool room, what will change their heart? So we the elder, we are here today to bless you. And I'm also talking on behalf of the elder of True Patriot. My name is Samuel Colley. I thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Colley. You know, if we give everybody the chance, everybody will want to speak here. But it's impossible for everybody to speak. So at this point in time, we'll call on the people senator who will now come to speak to us, and thereafter we will continue to Mr. Senator,
Thank you very much. Thank you. United brother. United black brother. United black brother. Yeah, hello. Yeah, you begin here. Thank you. Thank you. We'll do our thing outside the camera, yeah? And now we get over there.
We keep this thing on the side of higher.
This man wants to see the beginning? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You know, God wants to see the way. When we won the election last year, by the grace of God and through your vote, the first party I employed in our office is given to us our is visually impaired. Normally we say it's blind. Noah Zau Gibson can see physically. But I implore Noah Zau Gibson, knowing that even though he can physically see, but he has other abilities that he can contribute. We also implore Noah Zau Gibson so that his presence can remind us every day that there is a community of people with disabilities that we have to cater to. I've always said that we just do Liberia as a country, we already disabled. Then you born with disability that double wahala. But you know we gotta change it. Just because you have disability in one area does not mean you have disability in all areas. When I was going to university in America, because I had to drive in the traffic of America, I had to go get my driver's license. The head of the department in the state of Delaware, the head of the department, the motor vehicle department, that was issuing driver's license, the head of that department, government institution, he never walked in life in wheelchair. He the head of that department of hundreds of people. The American system saw that he can't walk, but he got paid to come to do. In this country, there is no government office where somebody with physical disability is the head. We have determined that once you are born with disability, you're supposed to beg until you die. We must change it. We must change it because the person who can walk, he got brain than some of us who can walk. Yes. The person who can see, he got brain than some of us who can see. Yes. The players that they can see and I can see, we make a team. We make a team. The players I can see and the man can see, we make a team. We fill up on one another weakness and strength, and we make a team and we have a wholesome society. That is why people with disability, whether I'm in public office or not, we like to treat them with decency and respect. When I became senator, by the grace of God, through your vote, one of the first actions I took was to sit with Mr. Bien Kota. There's a law that calling for people with disability to be reserved 1 or 2 seats in the legislature. Because sometimes, only the person in that condition know that condition to talk for people in that condition. The way some of us can see, we don't know what it means to be visually impaired. But the person who is visually impaired can better talk about people with that condition. So I signed onto the bill for us to fight to ensure that the people with disabilities get 2 seats in the legislature so that they can be able to fight for the last year, I don't remember what we came all around here to campaign, but Shoe Patrick, District 12 voted for me.
And again, we'll do
so
it.
We just want to make it easy. Last year, we did it, and we did it before. This year we'll do what?
Again! Again and again!
We did it before?
We'll do it again and again!
Okay, thank you. Hey, okay, John, I'm talking to my friend in the yeah? Hey, you can don't know what I'm talking to. Yeah. Okay, bring me your card. Hello? You know, everywhere I go, young people show me that card. They say, "Taylor for you." That in the meantime, they go pray for them. They can't get that for me. You're young, you get a grandparent, you're voting for them. You young, you got your future, you voting for your future.
Yes.
It is only a privilege for my friends to be on the ballot.
Yes.
I go places. I see young people, they say, tell my voting card, you go keep it. Election day, you never remember me, don't vote for you. I said, no, if you can't keep your voting card, you can't keep your future. You gotta learn to not think that you're voting for a particular person without a reason.
Yes.
So you see, I came to the community. I walked through, no truck, no rest visa. You know in my car, no money there. I didn't bring any. You know why? I respect you. Anybody who give you money and rest for election, they don't respect you. You take it, you don't know the value. If we, the politicians, the people in public office, if we get money doing election, and the country will have. Hello? I know some people let me too much that they can disturb, but I also know the power. Job chapter 1 verse 6. When God called all the children of God to talk serious things, Satan was there to disturb. They need the power. Nobody get time, 90 minutes. But when they get off, and you're not playing well, the coach can change you. No. When you put it there for 9 years, they are not performing, you can move me before 9 years. You gotta pay attention so you know who you put in that office for 9 years. Because within 9 years, you can't do nothing. The only thing you do is something is complaining. So you see, I don't give figure about Zegwe and Moya. That's too much Zegwe and Moya to go mental made a very US go up. They can't come. You see, when they talking truth to my friends in government, you can be clapping. You want to hear your own truth? They want to hear your own truth? Why don't they be clapping for government who figure them as something here? You buy Tesla, you the owner of the Tesla. Brand new. You gave it to me to drive. You said when we put $2,000 every evening. You standing on the road. You see the passenger follow your car through all the day, to and fro. Nothing wrong with the car. In the evening I come, I bring $500 and the day was rough and you take it. The next day the same thing, every day the same thing. I never report correct money. You get your car, your never straight. I will drive your car, you see me a bathing hall. My children go to good school. I eat good food. Then you tell your neighbor say they're not a good driver. You think something wrong with you? The owner of the car.
There you are.
The owner of the car and the driver of the car, who's already driving? Why the owner suffering and pressing the driver? You think something wrong with the owner? Okay, so let me break the tax agreement now. You see the tax I talk about? The taxes are the government. The passengers are the resources of the country. The driver, that we the one you can employ for your vote. The owner of the car are y'all, the people. What about the people who employ driver and the driver then enjoying and the people they get they hold the greens the way of it. You think something wrong with the people? I did not bring rest the money. No way. I brought light to open your eyes. Why would you say? Because when you go vote, When somebody pay you to vote for them and you vote for them, there are two things. You're extending the person's stay in office and you're extending your suffering. So true. You're extending your suffering. Don't get cleaner here? Don't get community cleaner here? No. Don't get government cleaner here? No. You know what? You know what? You see why I am now Senator Dillon? When I get sick, Jana, they will rush me to jail case. Because no community cleaner here, no public cleaner here, right? When they come into jail case, and no drugs there, and I will be praying for them to come to Ghana. When they came to Ghana, and the Ghana hospital killed me by the grace of God, you think we'll put anything to jail case? No. But when we the people can go to Ghana, you can pray for us to go to Ghana. When you're sick, who can carry you to Ghana? Why you can be praying for us? Why you can be praying for us to go to Ghana? Who people can carry you to Ghana? Hello? We, in President, we are just sick. Senator Dillon sick. The minister to it is sick. And we go to JFK and no drugs there, no medical equipment there. We find it, we buy it, we put it there. Yes. President Weir will get killed to JFK. Yes. Senator Dillon will get killed to JFK. Yes. Then the equipment that never killed will leave it there. When you, the ordinary people, go there, you will meet that equipment there, it will kill you. Yes. Or when we go to Ghana and India and America, people, what kind of equipment will be to JFK for you? If we put it to JFK, but you can't be for to go to Ghana, who can carry your Ghana? Who can be copy for Opo? Why? Hello, my people? You see, December 8th election, it's not about me. I'm a face on the ballot by the grace of God. For those of us who want to see the suffering in this country beginning to end, for the babies to have future, for the old people to have relaxation in their retirement, for the young people to move on beyond Zegwe and Muya, it's time to change it. December 8th is about life versus darkness. December 8th is life versus darkness. I am afraid for CDC. CDC said, Dawes Dillon, why is your own tangible in government? We will fight to make this country a different place where tangible will not just be on the building. Tangible will be in your character. Yes. Your tangible asset first must be your character. All these buildings will come. When you tell me, say, my friend, that's cool. Everything in CDC Kennedy me in a district for him. Tifa clinic, Tifa school, Tifa university. The day you move from office, everything for here family. What is leader for the community? So when people ask me, say, tell them your friend gets school, where you're school, I can ask God to forgive them. You know why? Because you made me senator, I take your country and country money, and I built Dawes Dillon High School, and I made a web registrar, and my uncle the principal, and your children paying school fees to all, and we go to the bank, and y'all say, I'm senator, so you know what December 8th is about people fighting for a system. We're fighting for a system that every American citizen should benefit from. True. You want to benefit from your country whether you old or you young, whether you poor or you rich, whether you educated or not, whether you able or disabled. You want a country where the system works for you and you benefit from the resources of your country through the system, and not on the basis of your tribe or your religion or who knows you. A typical example, in America, even as we fight COVID-19 coronavirus disease, the people giving stimulus package. Once you are an American citizen, Once you live in America legally and you adopt, they give you $1,200. If you are a child below 13, they give you $500 in America. You can be on CNN today and say you left Donald Trump. The next money, your money will come because of the people's system working for them. In Liberia, just tell Georgia, say you let the way you build for the 900 who understand the meaning of the hustle, the stimulus package will not reach out to you. Because no system works here. No system works here. December 8th election should be simple, easy, no fighting, no throwing back. Life versus darkness. Life versus darkness. The only reason you see CDC fighting me is because they can't withstand anybody standing up on the side of the people against the God because Georgia. I'm a senator. My role is to play the policeman role at the checkpoint. The good policeman at the checkpoint will inspect every car. The car that ain't get nothing bad inside, let it go. The car that get anything inside that not good for you to let it pass, let it stop there and send it back. And the role of a senator for president, we have said, anything you want, any way you want it, everybody must say yes. Once you say no, you enter the state. That is why the president, we are and the government want to pave the road to this community and bring street life. I will never say no to it. Thomas Fala will never say no to it because that's a good thing. But when President Weah wants to keep Wabodiki to LCC against the law, Thomas Fala can never tell the president no, but I can tell him no. Yes. Thomas Fala and CDC cannot ask President Georgia what happened to the stimulus package. They don't have that courage. Thomas Fala and CDC cannot ask the central bank government, the central bank governor, we put that $4 billion where on the bucket and we wouldn't see few people starting to all the money. What people have money? CDC can ask. They want us all to print more money. Who want to do it? No. Who want to do it? No. And you put a CDC in the Senate, everything will be yes for President Weah and plenty will be no for you. Plenty things will be no for you. And that is why we are there. Last year, by the grace of God, through your intervention, we won this country with over 100,000 votes. This year, we will do it with over 300,000 votes. We know it will happen. You know how? All that they will do it. If you go for, the other side will win. Hello? All that they will do here. If you go for, the other side of vote will win. And three things we're fighting for. If you hear the poster, we say we will clean the voter roll. Then CDC said, no, leave the roll like that. And the same voter roll you want, what you arguing for now? Dear citizen, let me give you a short letter in my mouth, 4 letter. Dear citizen, the voter roll we won with last year, that's not the same. You know what, citizen? I thought we were there because we were walking out. Last year, did they register anybody who turned 18? No. Did they register anybody who just came home from outside the country? No. Did they change your voting precinct if you wanted to? No. And they are doing it? Yeah. And they still voter roll? No. Dear citizen, quarterly yours. How you got it education there? And the law says, the election law says, anytime you add or subtract from the voter roll, you will clean it. Yeah. Because people get 4 or 5 cards in their hand. They bring in the software, the technology, and they put everything in our database. and you can do face recognition. If you get 5 cards, you can just move forward and you get what they want.
Yes.
It will do one man, one vote. CDC and John Weir and Thomas Farah can't hear our vote. But because they know what is depending on when one person get 10 cards, I want to say, we'll frog you, we'll do this. But we're working to ensure that your vote will count. You know how? Number 2, we clean up voter room. One man, one vote.
Yes.
2, when you vote in the place and they mark it here, and you won't go somewhere else to go vote, that's it, then you got to cover the finger. Because the ink that we're ensuring that they will bring, you're not going to get wash it all day without Number 3, the thing we're doing, before 9:30 in the night, we will already have our result. We will not go above the law or outside the law. No. In keeping with the election law, when you first or second in any room, your pool water is entitled to the tally sheet.
Yes.
Don't show me in Moscow which room will not be present.
Nowhere. Nowhere.
All the room, right? That means we got the tally sheet. So, all that thing what they're planning, they're wasting their time. You hear the people say, Dylan, a protest senator, eh? And they thought, they said, I let protest business because I protest business I can win. You see the government is smart, citizens is smart. Let them tell president, we are there, let me teach you how to protest. If the president and citizens and the government start to fight rape, to curtail the commission of rape against our children, that protest then they can win the election. If the government tell white people I want $4 billion, if they protest by telling white people I want $4 billion, so we can start putting it in circulation, that protest can make them, that kind of protest can make them win the election. If the government start paying the health workers them on time, that kind of protest can make them win the election. If the government start respecting the rule of law and people not dying mysteriously in car and by accident like that, they can win that kind of protest, then they can win the election. But when people dying mysteriously in this country until the country getting fearful and you go to bed 8 o'clock, then I protest against the government. When children are being raped and the government is doing anything, while people outside protesting against rape and the president singing woge woge, that protest against the government. When the protest is hard, people die mysteriously. You don't understand how people die and what leading to the death. And the next day you see the president dancing Zumbi.
Yeah,
how they going to do Zumbi?
Yeah,
that's Zumbi. The government does not know how to protest in favor, but they cry on things that they fail to do and want to blame it on other people. I want to bless you. I want to thank you for showing up. Anywhere you go, where the people know you're not coming with rest and money, but they come up to receive you and listen to your message, it can only be your doing of God and demonstration of love for the people. So we want to thank you and God bless you. December 8th, July is number 2. You know God your word? You know God what? Last year, we were number 2. This year, we are number 2.
Thank you so much, Senator Dillon.
Thank you, brother.
At this point in time, okay, I don't know what